And that brings us to the main event.
A fatal four-way for the NXT title. And we had Tyler Breeze, we had Sami Zayn, we had
Tyson Kidd,
and the champion, son of a bitch.
Adrian Neville?
Yeah.
That's good. Coming off of my Neville Sinclair.
Yeah, I was about to call him Alistair Overeem because it's late and I'm tired.
I understand.
Although it would be pretty sweet if Alistair Overeem was the NXT champion. You see him fighting Sami Zayn, just HGH kicks to the gut.
Oh God!
Have Lesnar come back, get all mad.
I could actually get behind that. This match was fantastic. First off, Tyson Kidd no longer looks like Johnny Cage. He has traded his Johnny Cage pants in for yellow short shorts with "fact" written on his crotch, which
and the big AJ Styles hood.
Yeah. So he's gone from Johnny Cage to AJ Styles, and I can understand that upgrade, but at the same time, dude, you had a good Johnny Cage thing going there. All you just needed was the sunglasses and the hand wraps, and
oh, I mean, new Johnny Cage has Johnny tattooed in huge letters across his chest. I don't think you want to see him with Tyson on it. Well, that would even make him more AJ Styles, wouldn't it?
It really
Just
would.
your own name tattooed on your torso in huge letters. Can I talk about that tattoo for a second?
Go.
If your job is to wrestle around in front of people for a living on television, and you do so without a shirt on all the time, is it really a smart idea to show up one day with foot-tall letters on your torso with your first name on it? It doesn't seem like a very good idea. I mean, MVP had all the like Martin Luther King tattoos and stuff on him, and that's why they had to cover him up in that weird suit all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, AJ's not a super young guy. He's going to be retired soonish. Mm-hmm. He could have saved his fun tattoos for then. Right now, he looks ridiculous.
At the same time, though, I mean, his actual skill set. I don't know if you've seen any recent AJ Styles matches, but they're incredible.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Like, the stuff, like, post-TNA he's stepped up his game. It's bizarre.
I have no problem with AJ Styles in terms of his work, or even the guy. From everything I hear, he's a nice dude. It just... The whole character is that he's this, not even a good old boy, but sort of like, corn-fed, born athlete from Georgia, and... I'm really, really good, and that's a sort of character that shouldn't have any tattoos, ideally. And if so, just like a crappy tribal band on an arm or something.
Oh, God.
But if you go full bore with tattoos everywhere, then you can't be...
The good old boy.
Yeah, you cannot be that anymore. You have to have some sort of weird badass thing going.
Or punkish or whatever.
Yeah, well, remember when he grew that beard and rode his motorcycle?
God. How?
Because he was depressed. So he grew
That's
a beard.
That's what depressed people do.
Look at me. I got a beard. I'm sad as fuck. It's a fact.
A fact?
Oh my lord.
Oh God. Alright.
Anyway, this is a great match.
This match was fantastic. There was like a lull near the beginning where they were doing the stupid brawling outside and you couldn't really tell what was going to happen.
Yeah, it was weird. They started with all four people just abandoning the ring. Like it was some sort of reverse Royal Rumble. But soon enough, two of them got in, and a lot of cool high-flying spots, a lot of good 2-on-1 spots.
A lot of good, like, just 4-man spots, just stuff happening all the time.
Yeah, big Tower of Doom.
Yeah, you couldn't really look away because there was stuff happening all the time. You had this... Everybody also was playing two characters, so you had Sami Zayn trying to be there all the time. You had Adrian Neville, like, throwing himself everywhere he could.
Tyler Breeze was hiding for 85%
of the time, and then, like, coming in, doing some amazing shit, and then not being able to capitalize.
His main deal was waiting for someone else to do something amazing, and then trying to steal the pin.
Yeah, and it was great.
It was real good, yeah. He's got his character down. It's too bad Miz stole a good portion of it, because he's not particularly worthwhile. And stealing the whole, my beautiful face thing.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I don't know how I do know how I feel about that. I don't like it.
I know exactly how I feel about that. It makes me want to hurt The Miz, and not in the way that, the bookers would like me to.
You'd like to wish him away.
Yeah, I really would. Wow. Ow. Okay,
I
so
don't even know what I said.
the sad part is I do, and like once you explain the joke, it's not funny. So I'm just going to be over here crying. Sami Zayn is incredible. You had like the interesting thing where Sami actually had the match won, and then Adrian yanks the referee out of the ring. There was that beautiful spot where Sami Zayn just kind of folded.
Oh man,
And,
there's
like-
this sell that he does.
Oh my god.
He runs into the corner where Neville is. Neville gives him a good hard kick in the face.
Well, he doesn't even know that Neville's there at first. Like, he's setting up Tyson Kidd. I think it was either Tyson Kidd or Tyler Breeze.
It was Kid, yeah. And
Yeah.
He runs and he's going to rip back across.
And Neville just happens to be in the corner, and it's like, oh, okay, well, here's Sami Zayn, dead.
He sort of...
Crumbles.
It's like human origami. He just, piece by piece, just sort of got smaller and smaller until he was fetal position on the canvas.
It was incredible.
Great, great stuff.
Crowd totally loved this match, started chanting things like, this is wrestling, this is awesome. There was a CM Punk chant in there for whatever reason.
Why not, right?
Yeah. I guess it was, like, Punk quality, so...
Well, I think there was, strangely enough, a point in the middle of the match where the crowd, despite being a normally hot and respectful crowd, did the thing that they do nowadays where when they're not entertained to the right level, they'll just chant, Randy Savage, JBL, someone that's not around.
Like, it wasn't... I didn't get that sense from it, because it wasn't like, they started chanting any of the other stuff that they normally do in that instance. And there was some booing around there as well. So I think something happened in the audience, because there was a bit of cutting
Yeah, could have been.
around. So I think something happened in the audience, probably Punk-related. And,
Kenta
That
was
they
just giving people to go to sleep in
yeah,
the audience.
something. Regardless, though, the match itself was fantastic. Just a lot of high-flying spots from everybody involved. Again, like Tyler Breeze, that one moment where he just came in and kicked everybody. Just like beauty shot, super kick, and then the drop kick as Adrian Neville's coming down.
Yeah, he wasn't in the match for very long, but he made very good use of his short time there.
Yeah.
Everyone played their roles perfectly. Tyson Kidd was in it for almost the whole match.
MVP.
And
Definitely MVP of that match.
a lot of really great stuff, despite his trunks.
Yeah. Well, Tyson's incredible, and I really like the idea of having him on the NXT roster as sort of like the jilted veteran. Because that's exactly what he's doing, where he's like, no, I want the NXT title because that's what's going to propel me back to superstardom. And I could go back to the main roster anytime I want.
And his wife is on the main roster,
Yeah.
and that just eats
It's
at him. It's great.
and yeah, it makes for good drama.
Okay, so final assessment of this match.
Mm-hmm.
Is it better than Zayn Cesaro?
Are we talking original Zayn Cesaro, or are we talking Arrival?
Arrival.
Arrival? Better.
Okay.
Better. We got a lot more spots, a lot more movement. It wasn't the clusterfuck that Fatal 4-Ways often descend into. Like, there was still story flow. There was still, like, a very, very strong narrative thread that ran throughout the match. You had all four guys definitely walking in there with a sense of strategy to them and what they were trying to do. So this was a very, very well thought out, well put together match. And I'm not saying that Zayn Cesaro was not, but you had four of the most talented guys on the roster going full bore and putting together pretty much an epic story that saw a lot of transition. Because I think we now have Adrian Neville moving towards more of a tweener role.
Yeah,
with his thing.
Pulling out the referee
Yeah.
and
the Cesaro,
yeah.
I think Zayn is going like ultra baby face. You've got Tyson Kidd descending further into madness, and Tyler Breeze moving towards almost a tweener position.
Well, he's sort of the comedy heel,
Yeah.
where he's a heel, but he's not super threatening, so you don't get that sort of visceral hate for him.
Yeah.
You just get that fucking scamp
Yeah.
trying to cause trouble again.
The Eddie Guerrero style.
Exactly.
Yeah. Style of heel. And everything was just played to perfection in this match.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely the best match I've seen since Cesaro and Zayn. I think I might like that one a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was easier to follow, and it didn't have that clumsy opening.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just a huge fan of Cesaro.
Same.
Much for the reason that you were discussing earlier with Connor. The fact that he's always going back to those uppercuts in all sorts of situations.
Well, the other thing, like, as much as I love Connor, Cesaro is a far better wrestler who should be main eventing. Like, we were also discussing this, where they've sort of handicapped him and refused to let Cesaro get over.
I thought we were talking about Eugene again.
Wow. We left that topic behind.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Final thoughts on this match.
I would say this match is perfect or very close to it. Definitely worth hunting down, even if you don't watch the rest of the card.
Yeah.
Definitely a match worth checking out, and I think all four of these guys are going to be doing very big things in the next couple of years. Despite Kid having gone up and coming back down, I think he's proving himself quite nicely.
Well, Kid only ended up here because he was injured, and then they put the injured guys on the NXT roster, and then Kid just sort of stuck around. And I think that was actually a choice by him backstage. And you can definitely tell because a lot of the people that he's worked with have steadily gotten better. So I think he's actually working as a trainer behind the scenes kind of thing.
And I mean, it's better to be a king in hell than a servant in heaven, right? If he was on Raw, he would be losing.
He would be
losing to Damien Sandow, who in turn loses to.
What did they do to Sandow? How did Sandow?
We can't continue this. We're going to end now. He's going to talk about Sandow for 45 minutes. I'm going to have to deal with that, but you don't. Good night from
we need to do a quick summary of the thing, so we're going to close this, and then you can watch our quick summary.